Hello. Let's see. I know I wrote about height. And let me just put this a little bit higher because, you know, I never did get a mic yet. So let me see what my. All right, you guys can see my title. I can't see my title completely, but I know it's Lionsgate Magic. I'm probably just staying within our realm of magic, magical self, and also dealing with our fear, the truth, and staying in our magic manifestation believability. So, hi, this is Coyote. I haven't come on for a while for different reasons. Getting a job, sometimes driving Lyft, really not feeling like I was in a place to do my readings for the collective. But today is official Lionsgate Day. And basically, how you can look at Lionsgate is it's August 8. It's a energy of portal that is delivered to the planet that works with your focus and frequency for a direct manifestation. And especially now as we're clearing and cleaning up the planet, and it looks like so many people are at odds with each other because of these events around what was created about the C19 and medicine in the arm, laws, mandates, examples that are right before you in socialism and communism. And as you call it, SSRA, which is satanic ritual abuse, which people will say, oh, that's kind of fabricated. But so don't listen to me. Then please scroll away, go wherever you want. It's fine. You don't have to listen. It's a free country. And it's a free you. Just go somewhere else. Go to another YouTube. But the fact is, I'm just going to deliver what I know or a little bit of what I see and in my own way. You can go to a lot of famous YouTube people and they're divine in their own way. And it's really interesting because they can charge what they want to charge. They can say what they want to say. And a lot of what they say may resonate with you. And at one time, a lot of these famous people there or well-known people, they're not really off my page completely, but it's just I'm not tuning into them so much because I know what I know too, even if I don't articulate it very well. Some you can just know things innately, and some I've been like haven't agreed with. I think my own path is knowing myself so correctly that in being an intuitive and healer and artist, I know what I know, and this is what I charge, and that's that. Right now, I'm just doing things by free or love donation. But at this time on the planet, it's we don't have a worldwide and 75 to 99% place where we barter and live our livelihood through exchange that way. Money is money, paper money is still the exchange that we do. So I'll come to terms with actually charging something and allowing my um, person that I'm assisting that they have that time period to pay me and can finalize it on that day in whatever avenue we agree to. So, but beyond that, I wanted to do some cards on basically handling fears in this truth and where we will be in our manifestation. And again, the oracle cards I do are a really wonderful overview for just keeping us in a very kindly spiritual place and taking a look at some dark things and how to dark things within ourselves, which also reflect out in the planet. Excuse me, not that like a burp. Now, it's easy to point out a personal small dark thing, like you stole something or told a lie. And then if you're willing to be accountable, you get to see where else do I tell a fib or a lie. Perhaps this is just an example. And then exponentially, how you get to, use that throughout your in the body human experience from time to time. Because we were also trained, to tell a little white lie is okay, especially if it won't hurt someone's feelings, rather than being taught how to deliver truth in such a way that it is heard and not minced, but you're not whapping the person to deliver truth, nor doing your best to bring them down while you deliver truth. That would be then their choice and their learning experience of what their program is and their own self-esteem. Because again, it's not what you say, it's also how you say it. Because you can say I love you, and you can say I love you. Yeah, I love you. Kind of love you. Now that's probably pretty obvious. Sometimes you can say it the nicest way, but the frequency behind it can be felt. And that's what we're walking into and teaching each other. So I'm going to be taking on charging, asking, telling people what I am worth for energy services and card reading, because it is time spent to assist someone to their growth as a mirror or a conduit, as an ally in everything good for them. Because I have no investment. I can deliver things from a session, and you, as the recipient of energy or card reading, can do whatever you want to do with it. If the cards point to you becoming more independent, leaving a relationship, and that no doubt was on your mind somewhere, and how to do it, I'm going to read or see what it says and offer you a suggestion, such as an example. Women all through time are resourceful, and in growth, there sometimes are great discomforts, but it's how you look at it and navigate yourself through it. So cry or yell or scream and be willing to go through it, because on the other side is something golden for you. But you need not even take a step in that direction, because you have free will. And in this vessel, you get to do whatever. Even if your angels are cheering you on, they'll be with you. It can seem rather lonely and super difficult, uncomfortable. But it won't mean that you're going to die, but there is a death of your rebirth. And shedding that will feel uncomfortable or lonely, or you'll be standing alone, though your angels will be with you, and finding some humor and grace and comfort and knowing and trust. Big chi, trust in that. Me too. I'll use myself an example, then we'll finish something else. We'll go on. Yeah, so this is really about when if you're open to it, to go check out the last couple of tarot by Janine's on YouTube. The last ones today, she did a tarot reading that was like for this in this now time coming year, what the world collectively will be feeling look like, and why. She gives her opinion, and in my opinion, I resonate a lot with that. Hello, Dom. And the other one previously was an example of France, who's doing a lot of protesting, and not more than 50% of the people, business owners, and population in many aspects of work are not allowing themselves medicine in the arm, and they are either quitting jobs, or they won't open their business then, or they'll open their business at the risk of being fined. Whatever, I think it's 4,500 euros. It could be 45,000. It was a high number sounding. I don't know the translation. I didn't make a copy of that yesterday, but that was, so today is Sunday. So on Saturday and Friday, she did collectively these things. So in the last 36 hours, and each reading she does is about, half hour or just under. So that could be really some nice support for those of you who have known something is going on, but you haven't followed the adrenochrome trail, or you haven't followed satanic ritual abuse, or you haven't followed the manipulation of in satanic relationship between people in sports or people in religion or people in the movie industry and music industry, or the people in government, which was right. That's sort of an easy avenue. Bad Republicans or bad Democrats or good Republicans or good Democrats. It's not really about sides. It's about watching signs for behavior. Like here would be some wise wisdom if you're a young person, a boy or girl, or any man or woman, and you were looking around for dating material. You kind of check within yourselves of what qualities you would like, and if you're really accountable, you may notice what qualities in your selves are weak that you'd like to revamp or fix or be a little more authentic with. And so you want strengths and qualities of someone you're really looking for who's great, not just beautiful and big bosomed or big, generous male endowments. It's muscles. It's really not about that. It's about energy, frequency, and vibration. And like attracts like, which has not really anything to do with mere beauty. It's deeper than beauty, though that could be part of it. So you would get to attract and you would write things down. So the same with even politics, there's just been things going on that you could, if they skim the surface, oh, you touched a woman inappropriately. Oh, you took some money. Oh, it's no one good to vote for. They're all like that. No, we have to stop it. And we have to really, really look deep within. And that has gone through every area of society. I wonder even how that has played with Miss America pageants, because we're talking about the Olympics, we're talking about your baseball, football, basketball, everything, golf, everything, that through all those avenues, there are people most successful and they've been in some way controlled or absolutely known to give their power away and ultimately their soul to become rich and famous. And then all those with those skills rising up that they might notice, if you couldn't be pulled into that arena, then you had no chance. I mean, you might become a really great coach in your community and be able to make a tutoring livelihood. Absolutely, because you have skills, you have passion. But to reach the pinnacle of wealth and notability, it was about how you could be involved in these families and situations so that you would be pressured into, or happily yourself giving up your rights and your soul and your own blood, meaning your blood and children's blood, into the arena so that this wheel perpetuated. And from that, there's all, regular people mixed in within who have been working really hard, working 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 hours, sometimes accumulating wealth, sometimes just getting by, or even in great wealth, just getting by because of credit cards and how the banking system works. And so we've been blind to a lot of things going on. And it wasn't never okay, but that's what we were all taught. And so a part of also my reading for today is, sharing with you that we all, if willing, during this Lion's Gate, can put out and envision us becoming much more psychic, much more intuitive, much more rich, much more wealthy, much more youthful, much more whatever. And the allowance that there may be a slight growing period where it hurts, but it's okay. Because at that end of that, and it's not going to be a long tunnel, there's something happening really soon, because I don't feel this lingering into September and lingering this into October. It's happening very soon. And I even have to go through my own ritual of my trust, my faith that the divine knows what I'm doing, watching over me, my money, my health, my whatever, my new living space. Everything's provided for, but not shooting myself in the foot going, justifiably, oh, poor me, they fired me, or oh, poor me, I'm just so. No, it's frequency, energy, vibration, and trust. And your frequency can't lie. You can say all the nice words, but your frequency of fear is felt and generated out. So it's better just to deal with it and say, okay, I feel a little afraid about that. And I know I may attract that. I'm going to move ahead anyway because I know I'm in my adventure and I am the power. And I'm segueing a little bit. Like I drive Lyft and I get sometimes people that are rating me bad because I will not wear a mask. And I invite people still not to wear a mask. That's okay. So I'm making a little extra money because my other job pays every other week. So this money showing up weekly, whatever that is, $70, $200, $50 is there as a buffer until I get paid again. But I'm going to say, I know I'm very specially guided. I know I have angels around me. For the most part, I really know I'm not in trouble, but I'm not in trouble. Those people who are nice to my face and report me, that's on them. They're more than likely part of 3D, 4D. They don't even know anything about 5D. They want to believe in things are getting better, but they say they're good, they're Christian, they're doing the right thing, but in that they just don't know. They're ignorant. And sometimes I can't help be ignorant. Ignorant is ignorant. They don't know to go look. They wouldn't want to have that conversation. It'd just be a war. So I'm going to do what I need to do. And then as it happens, it's okay because something else will be provided for me, whatever that is. Maybe I'm thinking I never did my signs that go up on what do you call it, telephone poles in the town next door to do readings. So I'm gonna try that and maybe even take an ad out so I can do that as well because yeah, I can help people. So this reading today is really about addressing any remnants of collective fear, being in our truth, and knowing, like manifest. Keep in that manifestation mode. What is it that you want? Is it a new job? Is it to move? Is it to feel really good in health? Is it to understand laws? Or is it to have the courage? And maybe it's in all your several areas of life: travel, health, wealth, relationships, skills and talents. They say travel, anything you want to call it, because it is your life. You get to create it the exact way you want. And if you speak about it more, you will, Oh, you're working. Okay, so whenever Dom checks in again, hello, and I'm not working today. I might do 3 Lyft rides. I just got I don't know, I don't know, being intuitive, I've mostly felt really good about giving rides, and I've mostly felt really good. I thought my intuition, for the most part, has been on and being really great, but perhaps in getting reported without a mask, it is me then, my level of still trusting the universe that I will have that way to Florida, finish paying bills, and I'm going to be provided for, just be provided for. Yeah, so again, I suppose in some ways, some of you might be tired of my cards. These cards are so positive, they can hardly say a bad thing. But really, do we need to see something bad in order to learn? Apparently, with C19 and fears about the medicine in the arm. Again, I will say, wherever there's the poison, there's a cure. Jason Shurka, I did forward it on Facebook. He had someone who talked about this doctor's protocols in a clinic for getting, I guess, metals and such out of the body. I think some of that, though, is not natural. So that would be my only concern. I'm not putting anything unnatural that I know of in my body. I even went through my food again as a vegan, and there's some, hummus that's made that they added soybean oil or they added canola oil, and I'm just not having those. I'm having ones with extra virgin olive oil, or what else did I choose? Sunflower oil, until such a time as I just start making everything more on my own by getting one of those very fancy, not a blender, but like juicer, fooder, or whatever processor, because I make up things in it, soak some things, you make things in an instant, and, keep things in glass jars. Because I kind of simply, now what if you don't? I would just say, as in your own expansion, the more powerful you think, then that becomes your reality. But if you're into reading labels and you don't like what's in there, then do your best to make a little bit of changes at a time. And yes, still bless your food. And don't get me started. You go back and go look at other videos I've done about just being accountable about meat and stuff like that. And I don't need to go there today because that's not my agenda to go there today. My agenda is to helping us through with any fear to our truth and manifesting believability. And this Lion Gates portal is all about that, is all about manifestation. It goes further than just the 8th. Now, I can't remember if I read what other intuitives say, like the 12th or the 22nd. Certainly, we're also due another full moon this month, so that's pretty cool. Just a lot of great energy. I do believe with all of my heart, evil is being swiped away, coming more and more to the surface. And of course, a lot of it is in the guise of politics, based on who has control of what goes into your body and all the things that they're doing drastically to say, take this medicine in the arm. It's absurd and ridiculous. It's absurd and ridiculous. And so, even I have a dear friend, and I don't know what her answer is today, but they were still deciding. They have now a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks to decide to pull their kids out of college. Otherwise, they absolutely have to conform to the college rules. And my whole thing, way beyond, and her daughter has some of this scholarships for thousands of dollars to go to this one college, and her son, they're helping, or he's already got a sports scholarship. The whole point is they want to control your children. So, again, I gotta swear. What the fuck? Why would you play with those programs? You so say you don't want to participate nor be in their foundation. The whole point is you say no, you pull back, you step in your truth, you be that light, and you create your own way of education. You don't play with the Satanists. You don't play with Satanists and say, these are the rules. See, they come right off a government site. Oh, these are all the rules. Because the Satanists are saying, oh, no, that's not true. And we control the school. So, give us your arm, give us your blood, give us your time, give us your brain. So, my friends and motherfuckers, I love you, Michelle. I love you, Nikki. And whoever else out there, I do care about you. But don't be motherfucking stupid. If you want to be motherfucking stupid, go ahead. But, that's why I'm probably not talking to you every day. Because honestly, I don't have the patience to watch you walk stupid. That's all right. And I'm glad I swore. You needed to hear that. I don't apologize. You need to hear it. And anyone else out there, you need to hear it. We need to hear it. You need to see babies being eaten. You need to see blood come out of the eyes. You need to know that's not a horror movie. It is happening. You need to know about clones. All right. Let me put my energy back in the other space. Because I can't be Janine. She's so lovely. Oh, she never swears. Maybe she swears privately. You need to know things have happened on this planet. It's been really awful. All those other famous YouTube psychics out there, you didn't, so you didn't know about it. Otherwise, you would have been on it, up with David Icke or any of those people 30 years ago. But you wasn't. So how dare you, some of you, charge $600 and $500 and $800, except your feeling of your believability must be super strong for your time and who I am. Okay, at some point I'll be there. But the fact is, in a few years, we won't be doing that. Everybody be completely intuitive anyway. Won't matter. We can help each other with being even what we are is mirrors, basically mirrors to each other and success. All right. Give me a moment. For the highest and best, bring through information that'll help us with fear, the truth, and our manifestation ability, our believability, working through the fear, deepest truth, and our manifestation believability. Have this be a message that we can relate to. We pull ourselves together here and leap into what we so desire. Now, this is the part where an excellent person in YouTube and stuff, they can save some time. They know how to do the editing. I'm just going to let you see it as it goes. Okay. So I've got 4 cards. I've got my little book, I've got my little cheat sheet, and let's see how this all unfolds. Wow. Wow. This is so good. This is wonderful. So let me just go through what the titles are. And I'm also going to write down the numbers. All right. So, acclimate, accept where you are. It's a number 2. Or 11, it's an angel number. Shape shift, transform, experience a new reality. Number 4. I want to show you the cards because these are all really good. These are all really good addressing the topic. Fulfilling opportunities around the horizon, 6. And there's your angel self. Crown yourself, 28 or number 10. Wow. Okay, so dealing with our fears to the truth, manifestation, believability. So in these cards, what I'm noticing, a lot of like spine, spleen, solar plexus, the lower chakras, foundation, acclimating where we are, a person of wealth, a person who is by the home fires, sticking it out, not necessarily always liking what's happening at home, but rooted, assessing, rooted in home or rooted in community or rooted in the situation and assessing and making peace with what is. This person, now it could be a whole different race, but somewhat like a Syrian race with a tall head, regal, sits on a, not just anything, the author is showing us a lion kind of chair. It's like lion's heads or sphinx heads. So it's a very powerful seat, as in you are powerfully seated wherever you are. So if we take a look at our immediate environment and where we are and where we'd like to go, you accept where you are and breathe it in. From that place of appreciation and gratitude, you absolutely exponentially, you manifest out. There's the home fires in the side of a sacred hill, lush green representing the heart. And above it, there's this like tower, which to me is, is sort of like the Glastonbury area in Scotland, I believe, Scotland. And that is like where the Holy Grail was kept. Either way, it's a very sacred position. You are sacred in your temple, in your position, in your stillness. And number two is the balance. It's the yin yang. It's let me just get to again out for us. Vibration of balance, male, female. A sign of optimism. It can resonate with peace, flexibility, diplomacy, adaptability, expecting harmony and balance. Allow yourself to connect to your higher self. So when we stay still and breathe in, allowing a solution to come, allowing that no matter the appearance, the solution is always present. So even though we fear, there is truth and solution nearby. And as I probably alluded to earlier, several days ago, I felt that something was going to happen in 5 days. So anytime between now and the 10th, I felt some other big shift go on. And I'm not the only intuitive person that's feeling that. A couple of my friends are feeling that. And again, if you're following any of the bigger names, they probably have said that too. I haven't listened to all of them all the way through, because it's really a time for us to be our own intuitive. And in fact, I don't agree with using the word guru, not even in an example. And the only reason I brought it up, because someone very well known, who's a very good person, brought it up. And they use an acronym like G, you are you. Well, what the fuck? Yes, you are you. But the point of that, sometimes there's this, like someone like me that you hire, it's going to be a mirror. You already have so many keys inside of you, and I'm just a mirror. And the cards and whatever I say may be a springboard to support. At least that would be my desire. A springboard to, yep, I just needed that little, of course I was thinking that, boom. Or, okay, I'm not ready yet, but boom, I'm going to pay attention to that, because when I am, I'm going to do it. Because it's like we always need a little help from our friends. So that's what it is. Now, I could read cards, and again, you are in control of how you walk around. It's just like going to a refrigerator trying to lose weight. You are entitled to have that cake, and you are entitled to have an avocado. You're entitled to have that pizza. You're entitled to have whatever you want to eat. And if you're accountable, you kind of say, well, am I really hungry? And that's the fuel that I really want. Am I kind of emotional and I really know I'm eating because that's what I need right now? Just be accountable and make peace with it. Make peace with your choices, because you have to live with you, and don't make yourself miserable. But you see, that's the program, to make ourselves miserable and unworthy. Just like my fear of, I'm liking to drive Lyft. I love helping people and I love driving. It makes make me feel free. But people that are like rating me and saying, oh, you're going to get deplatformed because I'm now there near like one more no mask and I'm deplatformed. Well, that's going to be maybe my fear. But what the fuck? I'm going to drive anyway, because I'm going to make a little money and I'm helping people. Notice how none of those people had the balls, the tits to like say, oh, you don't have your mask on and oh, I'm just going to report you. No, they don't, because you know what? Pardon me, but they're in 3D, 4D. So what can I do as someone who's aspiring 5D, 6D, 12D, whatever, is, you know what? Like them, or I don't have to like what they did, but I can care for them anyway. They're ignorant. They're fearful. They follow the program. They think being a good girl, good boy is how you get ahead, by being a good girl, good boy. That's like talking to a dog. Good boy, good boy. Get your little bone. Get your little one treat. You tease the fuck out of the dog. What the hell is wrong with you dummy humans? And let me just say, we are divine. We're a human second. We're in a human body. We feel junk. We feel jazz. We get mixed up because the wiring got all screwed up when we came from outer space, and with the evil wanting to us be screwed up, or watch some of us and send the gray ETs to us and like forget our psychic knowing and all the real cool things we're from. So now it's just time to wake up. Ask every night before you go to bed if you feel so inclined. Thank you for my psychic ability. Thank you for my alignment again. Thank you for lifting the amnesia. Thank you for connecting to me, to my star people. Thank you for this earthly family. I've learned a lot. I've taken on a lot. Bless them. and thank you for my new life. You can say things like that. It's your path. You can say whatever you want and have it come true. You're not predispositioned to getting cancer. You're not. Don't call it in. You're not predispositioned. COVID's gonna die. That's a learned program too. If you were a mom or a dad that always thought, oh, my kids, you sent your kids to school with the cold and now everyone's got a cold in my family. No, stop it. Stop. You're made of 380 trillion viruses, bacteria, and parasites, and you can't talk, you can't wear masks enough to protect you from a virus, because that's what we are in this skin. That's what we have. That's part of what we have. And so, you take your mask off at the table at a restaurant, and you go and your food walked across. Did your food have a mask on it? Was your food all bubble wrapped and then someone with gloves and a plastic astronaut suit came over? You took it off? No. Ugh, you silly people. Okay, so remember this one. Let's move on. Shipshape, transform experience a new reality. 4. This is us becoming crystalline, our DNA ramping up. We're becoming different humans because we're in ascension time. Our whole DNA is changing. And most of us that are asking, our whole desire to manifest, to be of service on the planet, to have fun, to have really cool things happen, to be in joy, and to shapeshift if we want, right? This is the story about the Selkies who could shapeshift into human, but they needed their pelts nearby, or if a human took it, they couldn't get back into their pelts to go visit their sea family. Such blue and third eye chakra, which actually our throat chakra is probably becoming more of this color anyway, because our chakra colors are changing during this time. I'll get back to that with you on that. But yeah, we're like, so if your body becomes more crystalline and your DNA is changing, then that would mean that the chakra system has to change too. And in some books that I was looking at and reading, there's actually within the body like 13 or 14 chakras. Not just the 8 that we all kind of acknowledge in Kundalini lineup and blah, blah, blah. Plus, there's some above head and below. Hello. Yeah, and so number 4. So some of you guys that know me, like when Dawn comes, I should have all these numbers memorized, but in these last 3 and 6 weeks when I took a break, learning the new job, I was just like, I knew I was going to be starting all over again in some ways. Not so much intuitively, but pulling again like numbers and stuff. So for number 4, which is going to be cool, we're being. Oh my God, doesn't that go with this one? Being ourselves, being able to shapeshift, being able to transmute and transform, creating our sacred space, honoring our foundation, our leap of faith through the fear into trust, getting out of our comfort zone, because, and so much of this, right, throat in third eye chakra, which again, our throat chakra is gonna stay like a blue, but more like this indigo, or between like this blue purple. It's gonna change, or it is changed. I'll keep reporting on that. Now, fulfilling opportunities are on the horizon, number 6. Oh my gosh, that is also super cool. Rid your life of negative energy. Aren't we doing that right now? Aren't we desiring to do that right now, regardless? Right? So if you're in a situation where it's you and a partner, you and a companion, wife or husband, or number 1, girlfriend, boyfriend, while it can represent you, it's also our self-love care. And that can be a tricky slope right now, right? Because so many relationships have been challenged. Because one partner may have taken the medicine and one partner may have not. And again, I spoke to this a long time ago. This is about you honoring you. Sometimes you have to step back within that relationship to take really good care of yourself and say, you did this, whatever, I'm figuring it out. I've got to sleep in the other room right now. And there may be a fight about that. But don't fight about it. It's just about saying it has nothing to do with not loving you or not caring about you, but I care about me. I'm in this suit. I'm caring and wanting to know more, and I don't have enough information. And you yelling at me or wanting me to be like you isn't helping, but I refuse to be in war with you because it's too much drama. It's too much drama. And look at these. So even though our heart chakra is green, I still, the pink, the soothing pink, nurturing, loveliness, bliss, kindness, softness of angels. And so this particular icon is your angel and or you holding your baby you and being the kindest, most compassionate, most understanding, which all our angels do that to us. Especially when we invite them in, they want to be in and talk with us. But sometimes we're so hard on ourselves we can't hear their answer or their arms and wings around us. They don't cry and have a nervous breakdown with you. Excuse me. They just don't do that. That's like dumbass to think that way. They stand with you. They lie with you. They watch over you. They protect you and me. And they're here to hear us and help us. And we just have to learn those subtleties, those strong nudges, so we follow them more. Yeah. Angel of abundance. We are walking into our now abundance. Regardless of appearance, regardless of job. I'm going to go on to the last card, but just before. So one of my friends is a nurse admin, and I mentioned her name earlier. There were two women. She has been given an ultimatum to get something in the arm or she loses her job, which is extremely high paying because she works 2 days a week and basically makes an all week pay. And she loves her job and she's good at it and she works in a small facility and she gets tested for the C19 like several times a week, probably twice because she goes in twice. But everyone who works more gets tested at least 3 times a week. Now, what happened with that? Long ago, the evil in charge was saying, yeah, you get tested, it's every other week. But even for college students, way back when they were testing them 2 or 3 times a week, every time they had practice, parents, really? 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 What was on the end of those swabs? Some of them were tampered with. Ugh, that's a whole other thing, right? So I expressed to my friend what I expressed earlier with you. We will find a way. There's always been a way for people, especially women, to be resourceful, like when their husbands went off to war, or they couldn't farm, or the slaves were gone, or they were used to being, treated a certain way that wasn't happening. You found ways to be resourceful and keep faith. And sometimes it didn't mean lying. Sometimes it did mean stealing. Sometimes it meant making a dress out of drapes. Sometimes it meant like, I know this is unconventional, but I'm going to do it anyway. Take someone to go first. Because when others see someone brave, other brave people will follow you. You may not see them right away, but they're there. The last is amazing, right? Crown yourself, which is a number 1. A number 1, right? Straight like an arrow, strong and assertive, individual self-discovery, know thyself, the power from within, great start, great new beginnings. Let go of old energies. If you've been choosing struggle, let go of struggle, embrace changes and make changes. Be your new beginning. Now on the side, you can look up what number 28 is and what number 11 is, as well as a power number. But 1111 is an angel number speaking to us, which is really good. And again, you have basically the gentleman in this picture rendition who is crowning himself. He's King Arthur. He has basically what is known as like one foot on land and 1 foot on an island. This island or waterway. I mean, that's how I'm interpreting it, because the legend is he had to crown himself on this special piece of land, and it was either part water or the land of where people lived and the land that was the spiritual land. And if nothing bad was going on and people were not against it and nothing bad was happening to him spiritually, and he has all this light around him, and he's just come out of a cave the night before where he was spoken to by the divine, and even perhaps the evil was trying to tempt him, but he lived through it. He spent a night in solace, and then he crowns himself, and look, he has all the golden aura around him in the vast green and lush land that he will become king over and ruling from his heart. And he's got this like Christed white outfit on, which has a tinge of blue in it. So the way I look at all of this is something that I do. I call him the Christed white light, I call him the violet flame, and I call him the rose gold flame. And when I do the Christed flame out from my heart to go all around and through my chakras, and I also do that when I protect my chakras, I also call in that violet flame to permeate and adjust itself, and I call in rose gold flame. So there's just that tinge, and you'll see this burst of white and little bit of hue of this golden and rose gold color around. And that's kind of what he has. He has a little bit more yellow in this particular rendition, but it's very, very telling. So basically, getting back, it was helpfulness with us dealing with our fear to truth, and manifestation to believability. So one is, yes, we have to feel everything in our lower chakras, which is the root, which is our community and connection, which is our how do we identify ourselves, our sexuality, which is male, female, our strength. How do we, where do we take in our worthiness, those foundational chakras, and to just assess, be in gratitude, accept. You don't have to like it. So you start from there with a gratitude, appreciation, and to manifest to exponentially go out from that place, because you become the shapeshifter. You become the master of your destiny through your desire, and you hold to that. And you see yourself as you are, and then as you wish to be. And you can travel the worlds. You don't have to stay in one world. You get to transmute worlds, because you're going from 3, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D. When you have new friends, when you aspire for more, I'm going to use a very, very obvious explanation. Let's say you're a hardworking person and you live in a very, very bad neighborhood, or a really broken down neighborhood, or you're coming from nothing, but you know in your heart you will not listen and pay attention to the doctors, those teachers, your parents, your guardians, your next door neighbors, your friends, which can be really hard to do, because you are going to get jobs, you're going to have your dream, you're going to get out of that area. And I'm not talking about those that ultimately got subdued by Satan. I'm just saying you're going to make things better because you have that conviction, right? So you transform yourself. You got it. Knowing that you are divine, that you are angelic, you are from all that is, and that you have angels watching over you. You are an angel, you are a starseed, you are an elemental, or you are a great spirit in a human body. And then you have angel looking over you. You looking over you, or your higher self looking over you. Any way you want to interpret it. Fulfilling opportunities are on the horizon. We're not predisposed. If we were going down hell in a handbasket and I was going to be food for frickin' Satan, couldn't have this. YouTube would be down completely. Anybody wanting to tell truth at all, there would not be just censorship. They would be just totally down. And they'd be coming through our neighborhoods. In your neighborhood for you, bitch. They'd be coming for you. And if you were so good and took all your medicine and did all your right things, at some point they're going to get you more, because rights don't come back when you keep giving them up. Just like when we were little, if our moms or dads had the style of punishment, they didn't take those punishments away. They stayed. So, and we became good and we followed the rules. There were still punishments. and they could get worse and make us cry, saying it was for our own good. No. Or someone whapped you side your head or whapped you on your fanny because they're going to whap the sin out of you. That's just like inquisitions throughout history, that you said something that you felt was scientific and just as much godly, but they decided, the church or the powers that be, that you were committing blasphemy the way they interpreted it. So they tortured you to death to get the sin out of you and get the Satan out of you. They tortured you, they raped you, they cut you, they blew your penises off. I'm telling you, they did crazy, horrible, fricked up, psycho, dumbo, horrible things, all in the name of God, to get you to say, yes, I'm a sinner. Oh, too late. We're still going to burn you. You know, we burned you some, of you will burn you more. I mean, because we're just going to make sure you go to heaven. I'm telling you, I've known both sides, darling. I've been there. So if you want to know about Satan and shit, I got it. But I've also got the light. And that's where I'm at. And if my last thing kind of threw you and scared you that moment, it should. Because I know the fucking evil. I know the fucking evil. And I know it, that I don't become it. I know it because I can identify it. I know it. So I'm letting you know it's time to stand, to raise your vibration, to believe, to embrace all that you are. And you know what? Let's say I'm wrong. In the end, you wrote these really nice passages and they made your heart feel good. So if that's what you're left with, isn't that better than complaining and being a dumbass and talking crap against people and yourself? That's nothing to look forward to. That is so disgusting and so downing. Like, I wouldn't want to hang around you. No way. I'd be like, bye. See ya. And crown yourself. Always crown yourself. Because right now on the planet, there's always people who they're going to be not happy that you're happy. Not going to be happy that you're happy driving an old mobile, or happy that you're driving a new mobile, or happy that you have $1 million, or happy that you have a great sex life, or great, beautiful, in your heart, wonderful, devoted companion, or the best dog, the best neighborhood. There's always someone that's going to feel a little eh. So crown yourself. Go for it. You got nothing to lose. And if you croak yourself, start over next time. Then you really have nothing to worry about, right? You won't be here. So we have these beautiful cards to let you know, yes, feel your feels, feel your fear, move into trust, crown yourself, because you got this. This is our time. This is the manifestation. This is believe in the power of your word. You are the key. I'm just a guide. I'm a steward of the planet. I'm an emissary for the Galactic Federation of Nations. Yeah, I showed up, I looked like this, and I swear. But that's okay. Because I'm relatable. Because I'm not mincing the words. Because I can help you if you wish. I work by permission. So catch me, because I work by donation right now. I'm gonna, because I too, I'm gonna have a new rent and move to Florida and like that. But donations are appreciated. Love prayers are appreciated. Happy thoughts are appreciated. And you are powered by the stars, and my little kitey heart just loves you. So blessings. I'll catch you next time.